the special teams, and I'm not sure there's a unit on this roster that lost more from last year than these guys did. I mean, they even lost.
Well, don't say that. We lost Sean Clifford.
I mean, true. No, I mean these guys. They even lost the holder and the long snapper, I think. So there's a lot. I didn't even get to all that because there's just too many guys to put on here. Honestly, but you lose Pinniger, your main place kicker. Really good on extra points. 75% on field goals isn't bad. Hit a 50
Let's
yard.
not forget 2 of his misses against Ohio State got waved off by penalties. So,
oh yeah, that
he got saved a couple times.
That is true. They don't show up on the box score, but yeah.
Pinniger was always one you were never too confident in.
No, you were not. The numbers always look good at the end of the year, but you were like holding your breath every time the kick went up. I'll give you that. Barney Moore, not bad last year. Over 43 yards per punt. That's really good.
He was dropping dimes in the beginning of the season too.
Yeah, he fell off a little bit, like when the weather got colder and stuff. But early in the year, he was pretty good. Parker Washington, there was not a wow punt return last year. Obviously, you could see that by 99 yards on 18 returns, but didn't really drop any. Didn't let a ball bounce by him that led to it being down at the 2-yard line too much. Obviously, a very sure-handed guy. It's a bigger loss than I think people want to give it credit for. Key returners, the thing is, the key returners, I don't even know if these guys are starters. So you have Sanders Haydock, who made an extra point, made a field goal, missed a field goal. Okay. You have Alex Paqueta, punted the ball 4 times, averaged 40 yards. And then the newcomers, Alex Felkins, that should say kicker from Columbia, not punter. And then Riley Thompson, punter from FAU. So you bring in 2 transfers, 1 kicker, Felkins is a kicker, and Thompson the punter. So, yeah, you guys give me your thoughts. The bottom getting cut off there because there's so many guys on here, but there's a lot of overturn here. It looks like Felkins is going to be the main kickoff guy. Kick returner, we'll see. I don't know if they're going to put Singleton and Allen back out there this year. I don't know, but that's a possibility. Punter, obviously, looks like Riley Thompson probably gets that job. And then punt returner is another one I'm interested to see. Caden Saunders was getting some run there. I think Daquan Hardy's another guy who'll get some run there. So, I don't know. There's a lot going on here. It's a lot of new names, a lot of new faces.
It's crazy. Like, out of all when your key returner has kicked 3 balls in his career, or at least last year, that's not good. Now, the saving grace is nobody knew who Barney Moore was going to be last year, too, right? And he ended up being super good. So maybe Riley Thompson will be similar. But this is the one unit that really gives you pause. And, Tyler, before you said, the linebackers need to step up and win a game or whatever. The place kicker, the punter needs to step up and win a game, and this can go disastrously bad.
This unit scares the shit out of me right now. I mean, I don't think we've ever had more uncertainty going into a year with a special teams unit, and this is what wins those big games. I mean, Ohio State, Michigan, we want to win those games. We can't leave any points on the field, and I really, really hope these guys step up, because I know it's the blue-white game. I know it was spring, but, I mean, the punters, they were punting on air, and they were shanking him out of bounds. Kickers weren't looking all that great. I mean, Felkins is coming in with a career 66 field goal percentage. So, I mean, we got to find some consistency there. I hope they figure it out. But this is the reunit right now that I think they got to be drilling the hardest in camp and really figuring out what we have there and what we're comfortable with doing. Or we're going to see a lot of 50-yard field goal ranges going for it on 4th and short. And, I mean, we have a team that's probably capable of doing that. But you want to be able to have a kicker you can trust. And right now they're still working on figuring that out.
When did Riley Thompson transfer? He wasn't here in the spring.
No, he came in December.
Yeah, he was here in the spring.
Because last year for FAU, he punted 61 times for a 45.4 average.
He was apparently the best punter in the portal, is what some were saying. But
that's pretty damn good, though, right? Like, if you get that, I don't remember watching him punt in the blue-white game, but.
Yeah, one note on him, though, he is going from punting in Florida to State College, so we'll see the difference there.
Okay.
I think that's where I know what you mean. I do think though that is worth adding. That we'll see what how that
all right, I will buy that too. Yes, I will buy that. And then Alex Filkins last year was 11. It's in the Ivy League, but 11 for 16 on field goals and 28 for 28 on extra points. So, you're bringing people in. He kicked a 53-yarder against Marist. So I don't know. Maybe those become like those more important than Dante Cephas as transfer guys.
Yeah, I think that's definitely debatable.
I mean, I think it's good we brought guys in. We're bringing in competition, and we're making guys really earn it and show what they have, and not just getting handed a job. So they got a ton of bodies. I know Franklin is gonna freaking kick the hell out of them in camp here, and we're gonna figure out who's gonna be our starting punter and kicker. It's just these guys need to get some confidence, and I think having 2 night games at home to start the year is gonna give them kind of those game pressure situations. So whether you're coming from FAU or you're coming from the Ivy League, if you're kicking in a stadium with 110,000 all in white staring at you, I mean, that's kind of going to give you some big-time college football practice there, see what they're made of.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say the Penn State teams that fared a lot better on the field really had good special teams. Obviously, Jordan Stout did everything for a couple of years. Tyler Davis was a really steady kicker on those 16, 17 teams. So then 18, they were really bad on special teams and then kind of ironed it out again in 19 with bringing in Stout and Pinniger taking over at kicker, I think. So it definitely makes a difference. The big thing is just don't cost too many points. Like you said, I don't think we're going to see a kick over 45 yards. I remember Tyler Davis, most of it was 40 and in, and he was like automatic, but they rarely went outside of that. I think we're probably looking at a year like that again here, at least a start until they figure it out. The one thing I would say, kick returner, do we think it's going to be Singleton and Allen back there? Or is it going to be, like Caden Saunders, Wallace? What do we think is going to happen there?
Just take the ball to 25 every time.
Yeah, that works for me too. Obviously, Singleton did return a kick for a touchdown last year against Rutgers, who probably really bad on special teams. So, yeah, it's
not to figure it out. They're going to have some other options.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, even, Saquon.
He did it.
Yeah, he did it, but it was always like it was the opening kickoff, and then it was like a crucial.
Yeah, I think that's where it's going to be. It's not going to be every time. They're not going to put those extra hits on those guys. And I think by having both, that might be why they would have one of them back there all the time, because you're not getting the carries every drive like Saquon was getting.
Mm-hmm.
They really are the best option. Who knows? Maybe they will be back there. But I think we have a lot of talent and speed on this roster that they could find someone else.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, this we're going to get into it. But, yeah, this group, the most unknown for sure. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes in camp. I think a lot of people will be asking about this unit, especially reporters, because, quite frankly, no one knows anything about these guys, really. Both the guys were on the roster last year and the transfers. There's not a lot of any film from what anyone around here saw. So that will be one of the main stories.